Now the next piece of hardware we have is the Seagate Barracuda 3.5-inch hard drive. Now that it's open, you can see we have the SATA power and the SATA data connection. Okay, here we are looking at the cage for hard drive and DVD drive. Now these are the two screw holes right here that we will be using. Very easy. There's one down, and there's the other one. The last part and the hardest part is the DVD player, and we see it's also two SATA connectors, power connector and data connection. But now if we want to put in the DVD player, DVD burner, we need to get it inside there. So what are we going to do? Well, the good thing with the Barebones PC is that it's very easy. All we need to do is remove the power supply, and when we remove the power supply, we will have access to be able to fit that guy in there. Now there's a reason why I said that the DVD player is the hardest part. We need to take out the tray, and then we have to remove the door, we have to take out the front bezel, and then we can fit it inside the PC. We're going to take this, we're going to stick it in through there, and that brings that out, right? And then we're going to take this screwdriver, push it into the side, remove that one, and push it into the side there to remove that. Okay. Oh, it still doesn't come out. So we just take this part and push it off a little bit. Then the front part comes out, and then we can take that part off. This is what you need it to look like to make sure it's all lined up. There we go. Ta-da! Now we've got these two screws lined up, just like with the hard drive. Okay, so we're almost there on the DVD player. So we've got the tray ready to go, the bezel, and the door. Now the tricky part is getting the door, because as you can see, this is the door on the case, and it doesn't fit on the outside. So you have to stick it in like this, and then it should go there. Now the door is, as you can see, it's in between, and it sits right on the front of the cage. So let's take this and stick it inside the case and get ready for it to be screwed in. Okay. And make sure that the tray pulls through, so everything is set. Our screws lined up, almost. Now this is the tricky part. You have to figure out a way to attach and get, there we go, get the door snapped onto the DVD player, and everything is in place. The tray is okay. Let's put on the bezel first. There we go. Now all we need to do is screw it in and we'll be all set. So now we're all set. We can close that, and very good. And the good thing about this Gigabyte case is that it has its own button there. That's why you need the door of the CD player or the DVD player to be installed correctly. Now we can take the power supply and put it back into position. Now we'll go through and we'll connect everything. That's very important, so you know where to connect to the motherboard. All right, now that we've got everything in place, we can kind of see how things are going to be connected. Now, if you ever have any doubts about where to connect everything, always refer to the manual with your motherboard. Okay, so what we want to connect now is the hard drive power and the DVD player's power. Those are the two components that require power from the power supply. So let's see, this also connects this from the power supply to the motherboard. Now we have these power connectors, not this one, but we have, okay, this comes right from the power supply, and these are both SATA connections. Pressed in, connected, good. And then let's do the same for the hard drive. Connected, good. And last, now we're happy that there's power there, but we also want to make sure that we can get the data. That connects into there. And these are your SATA ports on the motherboard. So there are 4 SATA ports on this motherboard. This is an AMD motherboard, so that's why we put an AMD processor, obviously. And let's put this SATA cable for the hard drive. Now, one thing I really like about building PCs is it's like a puzzle. So let's take a look if our puzzle is finished. Just to double check, the CPU fan is plugged in right there, and the system fan cool, keeps everything cool, the air circulating in here. Remember, we'll have the cover on, so we want to make sure that there's plenty of air. The processor that I chose is only rated at 65 watts, so it's very low power, which is good. Keep the costs down. So I think everything is all set. So now we've got everything put together, and the next step is to connect the power to the power strip over there, and also got a keyboard here. Get the mouse, we'll put it into the USB port back here, and also we want to see what comes up on the screen. So this is the VGA connection. Okay. Here's a moment of truth. Wah, wah, wah. Oh, power supply. Gotta turn the power supply on. Okay. All right, we have the Gigabyte AMD screen shows up. So it says reboot and select proper boot device, or insert boot media in selected boot device and press a key. We saw that the computer can boot up, which is good. Now let's give it another shot and see if we can go into the BIOS, which is the configuration of the PC. Just hold down delete when it restarts. There we go. Let's say we wanted to select a boot device. We could either boot from the DVD or hard disk drive, or you could set it to boot from the USB drive. And this is what you'd want to do if you wanted to install Linux on a USB key. So as we can see, this is ready for a new operating system, and you can choose whatever you'd like, maybe Windows 7 or Linux, and that's it. So hopefully this shows that it's quite easy to build a PC with a bare bones setup. Everything comes pre-configured for the most part, and you'll be up and running in no time. All right, have a good one.